Welcome, welcome, welcome to The Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into something that has, well, absolutely exploded across our screens, YouTube Shorts. If you're like me, you've seen them just everywhere, those snappy, engaging, and let's be honest, often incredibly addictive little videos that just keep you scrolling and scrolling. They've completely transformed how we consume video, right? Grabbing billions of daily views and presenting this massive really fascinating opportunity for creators, for brands, and really anyone with a story to tell. So we've taken a whole stack of your sources today. We're talking guides from creators, experts like Dan Benjamin and Corey Henke, official YouTube perspectives too, and insights from platforms like Subscriber and Hootsuite. A real mix. Our mission in this deep dive is basically to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge from all of that, helping you understand how to navigate this, super fast-paced world of short-form video, how to grow your audience, and maybe even how to monetize your creativity. So get ready, because we're about to decode the Shorts revolution.
It's truly remarkable, isn't it? What's so fascinating here is just how rapidly viewing habits have shifted. I mean, in such a short space of time, this isn't just some passing trend. It feels like a seismic change in how we consume media. And get this, YouTube Shorts are now seeing over 70 billion views daily.
70 billion, wow.
Yeah, 70 billion daily. That number alone should really grab your attention. So this deep dive, it should equip you with the understanding to harness this huge shift effectively, moving beyond just passively watching to actually mastering the short form landscape yourself.
Okay, let's definitely get into that, right? Let's unpack this first part. It's super clear that video content, well, it's getting shorter, snappier, more engaging than ever. We're talking about those really quick bursts of content, right? The ones that perfectly fit into our busy lives. Something you watch while waiting in line or on the bus, maybe during a quick coffee break. It's definitely how so many of us get our entertainment and information now. It just like effortlessly fits into those little pockets of time throughout the day. It's almost like our brains have been, rewired for this kind of rapid fire consumption.
You've really hit on a crucial point there, that idea of rewiring, because this isn't just a fleeting preference for quick videos. It really does feel like a fundamental change in how people consume media. It's driven by, well, both technology access and these sort of psychological shifts. I mean, our lives are undeniably busier, and the constant flood of information has arguably shortened our attention spans a bit.
Yeah, I can feel that.
And with mobile devices always right there in our hands, short-form content like YouTube Shorts is just perfectly designed for that on-the-go consumption. It delivers immediate value, something interesting or useful, in under a minute, which is incredibly effective, and the sheer scale, like we said, underscores this shift. Over 70 billion views every single day.
It's still staggering.
It is. It's a staggering figure, and it highlights this immense opportunity for anyone looking to connect with an audience. It basically tells us that if you can grab someone's attention fast and give them something worthwhile in under 60 seconds, you've absolutely stumbled upon a winning formula.
Yeah.
It's all about meeting the audience where they are. And right now, they're often on their phones looking for that quick, satisfying content fix. #TagTag 1.2, unlocking unique opportunities for creators.
Okay, so that's a huge shift in viewer behavior. And like you said, it creates this incredible landscape for creators. Beyond just being convenient for us, the viewers, Shorts really do offer a unique way for creators to connect. That brief 60-second format, it kind of pushes you to be incredibly creative, incredibly concise. You're forced to boil your message down to its most impactful core, right? And for creators, it seems like it makes it so much easier to test different ideas, see what sticks quickly without, the huge time sink of a full long-form production. It's like a rapid-fire content lab.
It absolutely is a laboratory, and that brevity, that conciseness works beautifully hand in hand with YouTube's pretty powerful algorithmic support for discovery. The platform's algorithm is actually quite keen on showing shorts to new audiences. That's a massive advantage, especially for smaller creators.
Oh, okay. So it helps new people find you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People who might struggle to get visibility with their longer videos. This provides an almost unparalleled opportunity for rapid growth and building an audience. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine you run a cooking channel. Okay.
Instead of making a 15-minute recipe video, which, requires someone to sit down and commit, you could create a really captivating 30-second short, maybe demonstrating just the key steps of a complex dish, or showing a stunning visual transformation, or a surprising kitchen hack.
Yeah, I see those all the time.
Right. And this not only makes the content more accessible to that wider on-the-go audience, but it also has the potential to reach vastly more people who might never have clicked on that longer video. So it's a really powerful way for creators to build a loyal following, achieve their creative goals in this dynamic new way.
Yeah.
It often acts as a perfect sort of top-of-funnel discovery tool.
Now, we know YouTube Shorts isn't the only game in town for short-form video. Obviously, there's TikTok, Instagram Reels, Snapchat. They're all fighting for our eyeballs. But it sounds crucial to understand that there are, fundamental differences in the purpose of the content and how audiences behave across these platforms. It's not just about uploading the exact same video everywhere, is it? You've absolutely hit on the core strategic difference there. Yeah, the short-form landscape is competitive, no doubt. But YouTube Shorts offer some really distinct, and I'd argue often superior strategic advantages, especially for creators looking for sustainable growth. Okay, first, let's talk about the unique audience and stability. Shorts tap into YouTube's massive 122 million daily user base. That's way broader than TikTok's, which is still primarily Gen Z focused.
Right, bigger pool of people, potentially.
A much bigger, more diverse pool right from the start. Plus, YouTube's, established reputation, its robust infrastructure. It means less regulatory risk compared to some newer platforms. This offers a more stable, more predictable, long-term environment for creators and brands. And that's a huge plus when you're planning for the future. Then there's the content purpose. TikTok and Instagram Reels, they often thrive on those viral challenges, the trending skits. They're kind of designed for broad, sometimes pretty ephemeral virality. Content burns bright, then fades fast.
Yeah, trends move so quickly there.
Exactly. In contrast, shorts often serve a dual role. Yes, they can go viral on their own, absolutely. But they also function as incredibly effective teasers. They can drive traffic directly to your longer, more in-depth YouTube content, this unique cross-promotion capability where both short and long-form video live under one roof. That's invaluable for building a really comprehensive content strategy.
So it's not just about getting eyeballs, it's about getting connected eyeballs, people who might actually stick around for more. That's a subtle but, wow, really powerful difference. What else sets YouTube apart here?
Precisely. It's about building that deeper connection. Another key differentiator is algorithmic precision. While YouTube's algorithm definitely favors engaging shorts, when you combine it with Google's extensive targeting data, well, it offers far better precision to reach specific, valuable audiences.
The Google data connection.
Right. This is especially true when you integrate it with paid media campaigns. It allows for much more effective advertising and audience acquisition compared to other platforms. You can really hone in on who you want to reach. And then the value of subscribers on YouTube is frankly unparalleled in this context. Any new video you post, whether it's a 30-second short or a 20-minute deep dive, reaches 100% of your subscribers' feeds.
100%, really?
100%, which is a stark contrast to TikTok or Instagram, which notoriously only show content to a small fraction of your followers organically. This means YouTube subscribers lead to much stronger repeat engagement, better remarketing potential. They are truly an audience you own, in a sense, rather than one you constantly have to fight the algorithm to reach.
Okay, that's huge. Own versus rent, almost.
Kind of, yeah. And finally, that cross-promotion power within YouTube is just unmatched because it uniquely houses both short and long form. It allows for seamless funneling. Think about it. A huge creator like Mr. Beast. He's perfected repackaging bits of his epic long-form videos into these bite-sized 60-second shorts that get millions of views. It creates a direct, easy path from the short clip to the main event.
Yeah, I've definitely gone down that rabbit hole.
We all have. Similarly, shows like The Voice, they'll produce shorts with judges doing playful Q&As to promote the new season premiere. It drives measurable increases in fan engagement and viewership. We even see major brands embracing this. Graza Olive Oil uses quick recipe shorts. ESPN uses highlights to keep younger fans engaged. Satori Graphics teaches design principles in animated shorts. These examples show that shorts deliver tangible results and offer a more sustainable investment in a brand's digital presence compared to, the often fleeting trends elsewhere. It's a whole ecosystem.
A whole ecosystem. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. And honestly, it kind of flips a lot of the common thinking on its head. Many creators, and maybe even viewers, think of YouTube as this big broadcaster, just like pushing videos out to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But from what I'm understanding, it's actually more the reverse. The algorithm pulls content that you, the individual user, are most likely to watch and enjoy. It's deeply, almost intimately personalized. Can you unpack that?
You've perfectly captured the core philosophy there, and it's such a crucial distinction for any creator to really get their head around. YouTube itself has put it pretty plainly, and I'm quoting here, Our algorithm doesn't pay attention to videos, it pays attention to viewers.
Viewers, not videos.
Exactly. So rather than trying to make videos that'll make an algorithm happy, focus on making videos that make your viewers happy. That statement. It underpins the entire recommendation system. The algorithm is essentially a master curator, right? Continuously ranking and adapting recommendations based on your real-time behavior, your individual preferences. It's constantly asking itself questions like, what videos have you enjoyed before? What topics or channels have you watched? What videos are typically watched together? And even when and how are you watching?
Like phone versus TV, morning versus night.
Precisely. If you typically watch hard news on your phone first thing in the morning, YouTube might prioritize different stuff for you than if you prefer, say, long-form documentaries on your smart TV at night. It's all about delivering the most relevant, the most valuable content to you specifically at that particular moment. And the ultimate goal, keep you engaged, keep you happy, keep you on the platform. It's this continuous feedback loop designed entirely around your satisfaction.
Viewer satisfaction. Okay, that's the North Star. Hashtag tag 2.2 key ranking factors for all YouTube content. That makes so much sense. So if the algorithm is so laser focused on us, the viewers, what are the core metrics it's actually using to rank content? What determines what pops up in my home feed or in suggested videos or even in search when I'm actually looking for something? It sounds like it's more than just one or two things.
Oh, it's definitely more than one or two things. It's more like a sophisticated symphony of signals all working together. The YouTube recommendation system ranks content based on this dynamic mix of immediate engagement, longer-term user behavior, and overall relevance. These factors all work in concert to predict what you, the viewer, will find most satisfying. We can broadly break these down into a few key areas. First up, the more traditional ones, viewer engagement signals. These are the immediate metrics that help YouTube gauge a video's initial appeal. The big one is click-through rate, CTR, how often you click on a video when you see its thumbnail and title.
Right, the click.
Yeah. For creators, boosting this means compelling thumbnails, killer titles, stuff that accurately represents engaging content. Then there's watch time and retention. This is the total minutes you spend watching, but maybe even more importantly, the average percentage of the video you view. High percentage completion. That signals quality.
So finishing the video matters more than just total minutes.
Often, yes, especially the percentage. And of course, likes, comments, and shares are strong indicators of interest and satisfaction. Conversely, negative feedback like clicking not interested or hitting dislike tells the algorithm, hey, maybe show less of this kind of stuff. But importantly, it goes beyond just raw engagement to viewer satisfaction. YouTube really prioritizes videos that provide a genuinely positive viewing experience, not just ones that hold your eyeballs.
How do they even measure that? Satisfaction seems objective.
Well, they collect millions of responses through explicit satisfaction surveys. They literally ask viewers, did you like what you watched? That direct feedback is incredibly powerful. They also monitor your post-watch behavior. Do you keep watching more YouTube videos after this one, or do you, close the app?
Ah, interesting. Do you stick around?
Exactly. And videos that encourage replays or bring back return viewers also signal high satisfaction. So for creators, the advice here is profound. Make every second count. Prioritize that hook, get straight to the value, deliver a consistently good experience from start to finish.
So it's not just did they watch, but did they enjoy watching and maybe even want more? That's a critical difference.
Yeah.
What about personalization? How does it know what I specifically want?
Precisely. And that's where personalized recommendations come in, heavily influenced by your individual user behavior and context. This includes your extensive watch history, naturally, but also broader viewing habits. Are you a casual browser, a binge watcher, someone using YouTube for learning? Even the device you're on and the time of day play a role. To leverage this, creators are often encouraged to, create bingeable content using things like playlists and end screens, trying to keep you within their channel's world. And we also can't forget long-term relevance. The algorithm is smart enough to resurface older content when it becomes relevant again.
Oh yeah, like old holiday videos popping up.
Exactly. Or maybe due to surging search trends, waves of nostalgia, big cultural moments, or those predictable cycles like fitness videos spiking in January. Creators can actually help this by optimizing older videos, maybe updating thumbnails, descriptions, pinned comments to align with new trends or add fresh value. Finally, and this is increasingly important for global reach, there's multi-language optimization. Videos with dubbed audio or translated content have a significantly better shot at reaching a global audience. YouTube actually tracks video performance separately for each language.
Wow, okay.
So translating titles, descriptions, offering translated captions, it can dramatically increase international reach. We've seen data suggesting channels that dub at least 80% of their back catalog tend to perform substantially better globally. It's a powerful tool for expansion. Hashtag tag 2.3 where YouTube recommends videos.
That's a lot of factors to juggle, and sounds like these factors might combine in slightly different ways depending on where on YouTube you encounter the video. So for us, the viewers, where are we actually seeing these algorithmic recommendations pop up day to day?
Yeah, you primarily encounter YouTube's recommendations in three main places on the platform. First, and probably most obviously, there's your home feed. When you open the YouTube app or website, that personalized screen. That's it. It's a carefully curated selection based on video performance metrics like CTR, watch time, engagement, but crucially, it's deeply tailored to your own past watch and search history. It's YouTube's best guess at what you'll enjoy right now.
Okay, the main page. Got it.
Second, you've got suggested videos. These are the ones that appear alongside the video you're currently watching, usually in a sidebar on desktop or as that up next list on mobile. YouTube recommends these based primarily on the topic of the video you're currently watching, combined again with your past watch history. It's designed to keep you engaged in a similar content area or maybe lead you down a related, interesting path.
The rabbit hole creator.
Exactly, the rabbit hole engine. And third, there are search results. Even when you actively type something into the search bar, your results aren't just a static list. They're personalized too. When you search, your results will likely be slightly different from someone else's searching the exact same thing because of those algorithmic signals. These results are based on the relevance of the title, description, and the video content itself to your search term, sure, but also on performance metrics like engagement and watch time for those videos. It just shows how integrated the algorithm is across your whole YouTube experience. It's always learning from you. Hashtag tag 2.4, a brief history of the algorithm's evolution.
So what does this all mean for creators then? It clearly means the algorithm isn't some fixed, unchanging black box. It's alive, it's evolving. YouTube tweaks and refines it constantly to serve users better. Maybe let's take a quick look back at how it's actually changed over the years, because understanding its past probably helps us predict its future, right?
Absolutely. The algorithm's history is pretty fascinating and definitely instructive. It reflects YouTube's ongoing efforts to optimize the user experience and sometimes, to course correct from unintended side effects. From its start back in 2005 up until around 2011, the algorithm mostly optimized for raw clicks and views. Just get the number up.
The Wild West days.
Pretty much. And this period, unfortunately, led to a lot of what we now call clickbait, misleading titles, outrageous thumbnails designed only to get you to click. Often, the content didn't deliver, leading to a poor user experience. Fun fact, the very origin of YouTube, founded in 2005, was partly inspired by the difficulty in finding the video of that Janet Jackson Super Bowl moment online. It highlights that early, almost singular focus on just getting eyes on videos, getting those view counts. By 2012, though, YouTube made a really significant shift. They moved to optimize for watch time.
The big change.
Huge change. The underlying idea was elegant. If people find videos genuinely valuable and interesting, they'll watch them for longer. So the focus shifted to the actual time spent watching each video, and more broadly, the total time spent on the platform overall. This period really rewarded valuable, engaging content. It directly led to the rise of whole new verticals, professional gaming commentary, detailed beauty vlogging. And yes, controversially, some sources note the early rise of certain types of podcasts happened here too, as creators adapted to this new metric. Channels that had thrived purely on clickbait, they saw their performance tank almost overnight.
So that was a massive moment, moving from just clicks to actual time spent engaging. But it didn't stop there, did it?
Not at all. The evolution kept going. By around 2015-2016, the focus shifted again, this time towards optimizing for satisfaction. YouTube realized that just holding attention wasn't enough if viewers weren't actually happy with what they watched.
Right, the enjoyment factor.
Exactly. So they started directly measuring viewer satisfaction through those extensive user surveys we mentioned. They also began prioritizing direct response metrics more heavily, likes, shares, dislikes, and critically, that not interested button. This made the algorithm, as they put it, way more personal, trying to find the exact video each specific viewer would enjoy most. By 2018, YouTube's chief product officer said that an astounding 70% of watch time on the platform was driven by these algorithmic recommendations. Its influence became profound.
70%. Wow.
Yeah. And then From about 2016 to the present day, the algorithm's evolution has also heavily involved content moderation and brand safety. As YouTube grew enormous, its societal influence ballooned, and issues around, well, dangerous content, monetization policies, advertiser concerns about brand safety, they became absolutely paramount. Algorithm changes in early 2019, for example, were specifically designed to reduce the recommendation and thus consumption of borderline content. That's stuff that doesn't quite violate guidelines but might be harmful, misleading, or just really low quality. They reported a 70% reduction in recommendations for that type of content.
Okay, so a move towards responsibility.
A definite move. While these efforts are ongoing and challenges certainly persist, like recent reports mentioned in our sources about algorithmic promotion during the 2024 Finnish election, for instance, this current era sees creators navigating ever-changing guidelines. At the same time, advertisers are actively seeking brand-safe environments. So the algorithm today isn't just about engagement, it's about responsible, satisfying engagement.
Okay, given that whole intricate, constantly evolving history of the main YouTube algorithm, it makes perfect sense that the algorithm for Shorts might operate a bit differently. You mentioned earlier that Shorts are all about swipe-based discovery. Can you elaborate on that core difference? It sounds like a really fundamental shift from how we usually interact with YouTube videos.
That's precisely the key distinction, yeah. And it has really profound implications for how Shorts content succeeds or fails. Unlike traditional YouTube videos where you actively click on a thumbnail and title, you make a conscious choice to select what you want to watch.
Right, I choose the video.
Exactly. Shorts are designed for a much more passive, almost continuous, scroll-based or swipe-based discovery. Users aren't really picking specific videos, they're just scrolling through this dynamically served feed of recommended content, one after another. So this means the Shorts algorithm fundamentally works differently from the regular recommendation system for long-form stuff. Instead of ranking videos based on traditional search intent or that initial click decision, Shorts are served dynamically based on immediate user engagement within the short itself, your watch history for Shorts, and trending content within that rapid-fire format. And here's a crucial implication. Click-through rate, CTR, isn't really a direct ranking factor for Shorts in the feed.
Because there's no click.
Exactly. Users are swiping, not clicking, to get to the next piece of content. So the metric for success shifts. It moves away from the initial click and focuses intensely on the immediate in-video engagement. It's all about stopping the swipe and then keeping the viewer locked in for as long as possible. Hashtag tag 3.2 key ranking factors for Shorts.
Wow, okay, that is a massive difference. No CTR is a direct ranking factor in the Shorts feed. So if that's not the key driver, what exactly does make a short perform well in this unique swipe-heavy environment? What are the absolute most important factors the YouTube Shorts algorithm's looking at to decide whether to push content out to more people?
You're right to zero in on that shift. The Shorts algorithm really prioritizes factors that signal immediate and sustained viewer interest within that rapid-fire consumption model. While general engagement signals still matter, the hierarchy of metrics is quite distinct. The most paramount factor, really above almost all others, is watch duration.
Watch duration, okay.
Specifically, what percentage of the short does the average user actually watch? The closer you get to 100%, the better. This is absolutely critical. In this context, that percentage view duration matters much more than the total watch time in minutes or seconds. Let me illustrate. Imagine a 30-second short that achieves an impressive 85% average watch duration. That short will almost certainly rank higher, be shown to more people than, say, a 60-second short that only manages 50% retention.
Even if the total minutes watched might be similar or even higher on the longer one.
Exactly, even then. The algorithm values that high percentage completion so much because it signals the content was so engaging that the viewer stuck around for almost the entire thing, despite how easy it is to just flick their thumb and swipe away. Closely related to this, and almost equally important, are replays and loops. If a short naturally loops really seamlessly, or if it gets rewatched multiple times by the same viewer in one session, that signals exceptionally strong interest in viewer satisfaction.
Ah, the ones that just start over perfectly.
Yes. Those looping shorts, the ones designed perhaps to make you rewatch a section without even realizing there's a clear end, they tend to get significantly more recommendations because they effectively maximize that crucial watch duration metric. Beyond those top two, engagement still plays a role, though maybe less overtly than in long form. Do viewers like, comment, share the video? These interactions definitely signal appeal and positive feeling. The algorithm also subtly considers content variety. YouTube generally tries to avoid showing you too many shorts from the exact same creator back-to-back in your feed. It aims to diversify your experience a bit.
Keeps it fresh.
Right. And finally, just like the main algorithm, user preferences are vital. Your Shorts feed is tailored based on what you personally have liked, watched, or skipped in the past. It ensures the content stays relevant and engaging to your individual tastes. But if you remember anything from this part, remember watch duration percentage and replay loops. Those are king for Shorts. Hashtag tag 3.3 initial push and long-term potential.
That's really insightful, especially the focus on watch duration percentage in those loops. So, okay, if you post a short, does it need to go viral, like, right away? Or does it have a longer shelf life, maybe like some traditional videos can? Is there this short, intense, make-or-break window for success, or can it kind of simmer for a while before taking off?
That's a really common question, and actually, it's a bit of a misconception that Shorts need to explode immediately out of the gate. The reality is quite different, and it actually offers a lot of hope for creators putting in the work. YouTube doesn't rank Shorts based purely on how recent they are. Instead, the algorithm intelligently tests new Shorts with small targeted audiences first, like a little trial run.
Okay, like a test audience.
Exactly. And if that video performs well with that initial group, meaning it hits those high engagement marks, gets good watch duration we just talked about, then it gets recommended to wider and wider audiences over time. It earns its way to a bigger stage. This means Shorts can actually go viral weeks or even months after they were first posted.
Really? Months later?
Absolutely. There's this phenomenon some people call sleeper virality, where a short might just sort of bubble under the surface for a while and then suddenly gain significant traction long after its initial upload. The algorithm has finally found its perfect larger audience. So this approach really emphasizes that the timing of your upload or the sheer quantity of Shorts you pump out aren't necessarily the most crucial factors for optimization. While consistency definitely helps the algorithm learn about your content, it's much more about putting out quality content. Content that truly resonates and earns those high retention rates. That gives the algorithm something substantial to work with over a longer period.
So don't panic if it doesn't blow up in the first hour.
Exactly. Don't panic. Give it time. Let the algorithm do its job finding the right viewers, and focus on making consistently good stuff.
Okay, let's switch gears now to actually making these things. A lot of people might think, look, it's just a short video, maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds tops. Surely I can just wing it.
Yeah.
But from everything we've just heard about hooks and retention, if you want consistent results, if you want that viral potential, the answer seems to be a resounding no. Don't just wing it. A script, or at least a plan, feels non-negotiable.
You've absolutely nailed it there. Scripting isn't just like recommended. It's pretty much non-negotiable for short success, precisely because the content is so incredibly short. Unlike long-form videos where, viewers might give you a minute or two to kind of find your groove.
You have some runway.
Exactly. With Shorts, viewers are scrolling at lightning speed. You have literally fractions of a second to prove your video is worth stopping for. A well-crafted script forces you to be ruthlessly efficient. It ensures every single word, every visual cue, every precious second serves a clear purpose. It guarantees clarity. It helps you know exactly what to say and show to get your message across quickly and powerfully. It also lets you strategically plan your hook, those crucial moments of intrigue, main payoff, and maybe any subtle calls to action. Plus, honestly, a script just streamlines the whole production process. Filming, editing, even doing voiceovers becomes faster and easier, which is vital if you want to post consistently.
Right, keeps you on track.
Totally. So think of scripting not as something that stifles creativity, but more like designing a high-performance engine for your content. It makes sure every part works together perfectly to achieve maximum impact in minimal time, even if it's just a bulleted outline, Key points, visual ideas. Having that clear plan is absolutely essential. Don't just hit record and hope for the best.
That analogy of a high-performance engine is perfect. So if we're designing this engine, what are its core components? What's the sort of predictable yet incredibly powerful structure that's designed for maximum retention in this super fast-paced feed?
Yeah, the best structure for a short script is really meticulously designed for that immediate impact and sustained engagement. It's almost become a science, and it typically involves 5 key parts that need to flow seamlessly together. First, and arguably the most critical element of all, is the hook. This covers roughly the first 0 to 3 seconds.
0 to 3 seconds, that's it.
That's it. This is your absolute make or break moment. It must immediately grab attention and ignite the viewer's curiosity. Stop the scroll. Tactically, this means starting with a visual bang, a really striking image, maybe a surprising sound effect, or an incredibly intriguing statement right from the very first frame. You could pose a direct question like, are you making this mistake when you do squats? Or create instant curiosity with phrases like, I tried this viral hack and you won't believe what happened next.
The classic curiosity gap.
Exactly. Directly addressing a pain point works well too. Showing something visually compelling instead of just telling is key. And using bold text overlays is incredibly effective. Remember, so many viewers watch shorts with the sound off, so having large, easy-to-read text right there on screen is crucial. Channels like @TechWithTim do this masterfully. Ultimately, the best hooks often tap into core human desires. Making money, saving time, avoiding common mistakes. Okay, second part. The explanation or intrigue. This runs from about 3 to 15 seconds. Here, you just briefly provide enough context to make that initial hook meaningful while subtly building anticipation for the payoff that's coming. Don't give it all away, just enough to keep them hooked. Third, you have the climax or content section, typically from around 15 to maybe 50 seconds. This is the core of your short. This is where you deliver the main value, you show the process, you build the story, you fully deliver on the promise that you set up with your hook. This is the meat of it.
The reason they stop scrolling.
Exactly. Fourth is the resolution or delivery, usually around the 50 to 60-second mark. This is where you quickly reveal the final outcome, you definitively answer the question you posed in the hook, or you provide that crucial key takeaway. It's the satisfying conclusion they were waiting for. And finally, fifth, there's the abrupt end. This is a subtle but really powerful technique. Finish immediately after the resolution. No lingering outro. Literally, cut the video the moment the key information or the punchline is delivered. Maybe a frame or two later, max.
Just stop.
Just stop.
This abrupt end is often highly favored by the algorithm because it signals extremely high retention viewers watched right until the very last frame, showing maximum engagement. This whole structure ensures you front-load the intrigue, build tension, deliver a satisfying payoff, and then end it right before the viewer even has a chance to think about swiping away. That structure makes perfect sense for getting viewers in with that critical hook. But like you said, the swipe is always just a tiny flick away. So once we've grabbed them, what are your top strategies for keeping that energy high? Preventing them from swiping away in that crucial middle section between the hook and the payoff. It feels like a constant battle for their attention.
It absolutely is a constant battle, yeah. And maintaining momentum in that middle section is crucial for hitting those high retention rates we know the algorithm loves. The primary strategy here is really to increase pacing. This means using quick cuts, frequent scene changes, dynamic visuals, things that keep the eye engaged. You absolutely want to avoid long, static shots or really drawn-out explanations. Those are like instant signals for viewers to lose interest and swipe.
Yeah, my thumb gets itchy watching this.
Right. Think about how channels like, say, at Best Football Shorts use those rapid-fire clips of exciting moments. That's the kind of energy you often need. You can also incorporate trending music or punchy sound effects to make your shorts more engaging and shareable, almost like a catchy TV commercial uses sound. Another effective narrative technique, especially for slightly longer shorts, is using but therefore storytelling. You structure the narrative using cause and effect.
Therefore, how does that work?
It creates a sense of progression that keeps the viewer invested. So, for instance, in a quick cooking short, I wanted to bake this cake, but I ran out of eggs. Therefore, I discovered this amazing flax egg substitute. See? It pulls you through the mini story.
Okay. Creates a little journey.
Exactly. You can also try creating open loops, hinting at information that's coming later in the video to encourage people to watch right until the very end. And maybe most importantly, always strive to keep it concise. Ruthlessly eliminate any unnecessary words or visuals. Get straight to the point in each segment. Maximize impact in minimal time. Every single second counts. Hashtag 4.4 crafting endings that drive action carefully.
Right, every second. Okay, so the end of the short is just as important as the beginning, but it sounds like it has a very specific purpose. It's not just about finishing. It's about signaling completion clearly to the algorithm and, if you do it well, maybe subtly guiding the viewer towards what you want them to do next.
That's absolutely right. For the ending of a short, the primary goal, as we touched on, is that quick payoff resolution. Deliver the answer, show the final result, explain the solution efficiently, right on the heels of that climax. And following this payoff, the video should ideally have that abrupt end. The very moment the payoff is delivered, the video should literally cut or maybe fade out very quickly, often within just a frame or two. This leads to higher retention because the algorithm sees viewers watched until the very last frame, indicating maximum satisfaction. And like we mentioned, an abrupt end can also make the video loop seamlessly back to the beginning, which is excellent for encouraging rewatches and signaling even stronger interest to the algorithm.
Okay, abrupt end. Got it. But what about asking people to do stuff, like and subscribe.
Calls to action, or CTAs. These have to be used incredibly carefully in shorts. Really carefully. Aggressive smash that like button or subscribe now, CTAs during the short itself, they can actually reduce your watch time because people swipe away. They can hurt more than help.
So don't spend 10 seconds asking for likes.
Definitely not. Instead, think about maybe a very subtle call to action. Perhaps a quick, minimal text overlay right at the very end, like just the thumbs up emoji with "if you laughed" next to it. Or maybe a small verbal tag immediately after the punchline. Pinned comments are also an excellent, non-intrusive way to invite further action. You could pin a comment inviting viewers to follow for the complete workout routine shown in the short, or link to a longer video. This doesn't interrupt the flow of the short itself. The goal, really, is to let the content itself prompt engagement. Make it so good that viewers find value and organically want to interact further, rather than feeling like they're being pressured or having their time wasted. Hashtag tag 4.5 visuals and audio for maximum impact.
Okay, so beyond the script and the structure, the whole sensory experience, what you actually see and hear, seems absolutely key for keeping viewers engaged in a format where every millisecond counts. This is where the artistry, the production value really comes into play.
Indeed. Visuals and audio are just paramount for crafting those truly scroll-stopping shorts. Starting with high-energy visuals, you really should treat the first moments of your short like a visual headline. Use lots of motion, an intriguing opening shot that immediately grabs attention. This could be anything: a crazy costume, a bold text overlay, a quick montage of action, a surprising visual reveal. Throughout the video, aim for a dynamic visual style. Incorporate those quick cuts, maybe some zooms, subtle camera movement rather than just a static single take. For certain types of content, like music satire or memes, you can even sync specific visuals precisely to the beats of the music, like flashing an image or jump cutting exactly on a drum hit. It really amplifies the impact.
I make it pop visually. What about sound?
Audio optimization is quite literally half the experience, especially maybe a music-heavy or meme-based content, but really across the board. You need to ensure you produce clear, punchy audio. If you're doing a voiceover, record in a quiet space, or consider using a high-quality text-to-speech voice if that fits your channel's brand. Many meme creators, for instance, use distinctive TTS voices for comedic effect, so choosing one that's clear and matches the tone is important. Balance your mix carefully. Background music or beats should be audible. They should enhance the mood, but they should never overpower your vocals. Use audio ducking. Leverage YouTube's own licensed music library, or look for trending sounds for background music when it's appropriate. Just remember, YouTube Shorts generally allows use of popular music clips up to 15 seconds. If your satire needs more, you might need royalty-free parody music or instrumental covers.
So it's not just what you show, but how you show it, and critically how it sounds. What about injecting personality or humor through the visuals themselves?
Absolutely. Visual comedy is such a powerful tool in this short time frame. Think about using visual gags, unexpected props, like maybe a silly outfit appears out of nowhere, or using a rubber chicken as a microphone for sheer absurdity. On-screen graphics can work wonders too, like popping up a relevant meme image or a caption that adds an extra layer to the joke. These elements should ideally appear early, and maybe even throughout the short. Every few seconds, maybe something should change or pop up visually to kind of reset the viewer's attention and maintain that novelty. The rule is simple: show, don't just tell. And finally, voice and performance are critical. If you are appearing on camera, bring genuine energy, exaggerated facial expressions, clear emotive speech. It all works incredibly well in shorts. If you prefer to be off camera, make sure your voiceover has character. A lively, enthusiastic, or maybe appropriately dramatic narration will hook viewers. A flat, monotone delivery can instantly kill even the best script. You can even add little audio flourishes in post-production, a bit of reverb, an echo, comedic sound effects, but always remember, clarity of your message and your audio quality is king. Tag 4.6, avoiding common pitfalls.
With all these techniques and things to consider, what should creators definitely avoid doing when they're making shorts? What are the biggest, most common mistakes you see that can completely derail a shorts performance, even if the core idea is pretty good?
Yeah, there are several common pitfalls that can significantly hurt a shorts performance, and just knowing them can save creators a lot of wasted time and effort. First, simply cutting down longer videos rarely works well. Like we said, shorts need their own specific pacing, their own structure, a different approach to engagement that's native to the short-form format. You generally can't just chop out a 60-second snippet from a long video and expect it to magically perform well as a short. It really needs to be conceived as a short from the beginning.
Right, tailor-made.
Exactly. Second, Poor audio quality is a major, major issue. It drives viewers away so quickly. In this fast-paced environment, often consumed on mobile with maybe less than ideal sound, unclear, muffled, or just unprofessional sounding audio will cause immediate disengagement. Viewers will just scroll right past without a second thought.
Instant swipe.
Instant swipe. Third, and this connects directly back to our discussion on hooks, failing to nail those crucial first few seconds means viewers will swipe past before you even get a chance to show them your great content. If that opening isn't compelling, if it doesn't immediately grab attention, you've lost them. It's that simple. And finally, a really common mistake, particularly for creators who are maybe cross-posting from other platforms like TikTok, is to repost watermarked content.
Ah, the TikTok logo still on it.
Exactly. The YouTube Shorts algorithm may view this as low effort or non-original content and could potentially mark it down or devalue its reach. YouTube wants original content for its platform. The best practice is always use your raw, unwatermarked footage and post natively to each platform. Optimize it for that specific algorithm. Avoiding these common mistakes is honestly just as important as implementing all the best practices we've been discussing. #tag5, technical mastery and optimization for discovery.
Okay, before you even think about hitting that upload button, you really need to think about the canvas you're working with, right? Getting the dimensions right for your short seems absolutely crucial for impact. Making sure your video fills the screen provides the best possible viewing experience. This is foundational stuff, isn't it?
It's absolutely foundational, yeah. And getting it wrong can immediately hamstring your short's potential before it even gets out there. The optimal resolution for YouTube Shorts is 1080 pixels wide by 1920 pixels tall. That gives you a strict 9.16 aspect ratio.
So vertical like a phone screen.
Exactly. This aligns perfectly with the portrait mode on most smartphones. It offers that immersive, full-screen viewing experience without any distracting black bars. It's the standard for mobile optimization, and it's clearly YouTube's preferred format for the Shorts, shelf, and algorithmic distribution. Now, here's a subtle but important point we found in the research. Shorts don't technically have to be exclusively vertical as long as they're at least square.
At least square, meaning 1.1 is okay.
Exactly. This means you can experiment with 1.1 or square formats like 1080 by 1080 pixels. These videos can still qualify as shorts, but they may display black bars at the top and bottom of the frame when someone's viewing them on a typical vertical phone screen. The potential pro of square videos, according to some sources, is that they leave the bottom of the screen visually empty. This can make it easier for viewers to see your channel name, the video's title, and that all-important subscribe button without text overlays getting in the way.
Ah, okay. That's a really interesting trade-off I hadn't even considered. So the square video might feel a bit less immersive because of the black bars, but you're saying it might actually help discoverability by making the channel info and subscribe button more visible.
Yeah.
That's definitely a key takeaway for creators to think about.
It is a trade-off to consider, yeah. Some viewers might find those black bars less aesthetically pleasing. That's the con.
So what if my video is even wider than square, like a normal horizontal video?
That's the hard line. What's absolutely vital to remember is if your video is wider than it is tall, for example, a traditional 16.9 widescreen format, it simply will not be considered a short at all. It'll be treated as a regular long-form video by the system. Our tests on channels consistently confirm this. The widest format you can get away with for a short is effectively a square video, 1.1. Therefore, our strongest recommendation really is clear. Just shooting a vertical video with your phone in portrait mode as intended is the easiest and most effective way to make YouTube Shorts. It automatically gives you the correct 9.16 aspect ratio and avoids all these technical headaches.
Keep it simple, shoot vertical.
Pretty much. Although, while it seems intuitive for phone users, filming vertically does introduce its own set of technical things to think about. Proper framing becomes crucial, right? Key visual elements might get cropped out if you're not careful with a narrower field of view. Maintaining a stable shot can be trickier without that wider base, maybe needing stabilizers. Even lighting and background composition need rethinking for vertical framing. So it's essential to plan each shot with that mobile portrait mode viewer firmly in mind to deliver high-quality content that meets YouTube Shorts standards. #tag 5.2. Optimizing your Shorts titles for discoverability.
Okay, once you've got the technical specs nailed, probably shooting vertical, your title becomes the next critical element. You got to think of your title as like the front door to your content. It needs to welcome viewers in, but also clearly show what's inside, grabbing their attention in just a split second. What makes a really great Shorts title?
Absolutely. For shorts, you need specific, engaging, and often benefit-driven titles that immediately spark interest. Forget generic descriptions. For instance, something like 3-ingredient chocolate cake in 60 seconds works much, much better than just calling it cooking video.
Right. Tells you exactly what you get.
Exactly. It provides immediate value, a clear promise, and that time constraint, which is appealing for shorts. It's also incredibly important to include relevant keywords naturally within your title. This makes it easier for viewers to find your content through YouTube search because remember, shorts do appear in regular search results too. To ensure readability, especially on mobile feeds, keep your titles concise, ideally under 60 characters to avoid them getting awkwardly cut off in search results or the feed.
Keep it short and punchy.
Short and punchy. Using curiosity-driven phrases, you won't believe this, or numberless formats like 5 hacks to improve your face, can also significantly boost appeal. But crucially, never use misleading titles. If people click or swipe, but then they bounce really quickly because the content doesn't actually deliver on what the title promised, the algorithm will detect that poor retention, that mismatch, and it will actively suppress your video. Authenticity and clear value are paramount here. Your title is basically a promise to the viewer, and you absolutely must deliver on it within the short.
Okay, so your thumbnail works hand in hand with your title as that visual preview. Since viewers are often scrolling incredibly quickly through feeds and search results, you need an image that just stops them in their tracks. But hang on, if shorts are primarily swipe-based in the main feed, why does the thumbnail still matter so much? Do people even see it there?
That's a great question, and it's a really common point of confusion for creators. While it's true that viewers in the main shorts feed typically swipe between videos rather than clicking on a specific thumbnail to start playback, custom thumbnails are still vital for other key discovery points for your shorts.
Okay. Where else do they show up?
They matter significantly when someone visits your channel page. They matter when your short appears in regular YouTube search results. They matter if your short gets embedded off-platform, like on another website or shared on social media. In all those scenarios, a compelling thumbnail is precisely what might convert a casual browser into an actual viewer for your short. So the key is still to focus on bold colors, clear visuals, maybe strong text overlay that instantly communicates your video's main idea or its emotional core. For example, if you're sharing a quick makeup tutorial short showing the dramatic, finished, glamorous makeup look in your thumbnail, that's going to grab far more attention than just showing a picture of the makeup products you used.
Show the result, not the process.
Often, yeah, show the result or the hook. Always upload a custom thumbnail. Don't just rely on YouTube automatically picking a frame, which might be blurry or unflattering, and strive to maintain a consistent visual style across all your thumbnails. It helps build brand recognition over time. Tools like Canva are excellent and often free for creating these. You can show strong emotions, action shots, surprising results, anything to create intrigue and make your thumbnail an irresistible visual preview wherever it might appear outside that main swipe feed. Here's another small but important step. Picking the right category for your short. Think of it like choosing the perfect shelf in a bookstore. You want your content where interested readers or viewers are likely to browse. This seemingly simple step actually helps YouTube's system understand what your video is about. And critically, it helps YouTube show it to people who already enjoy similar content. For instance, a gaming-related short that you correctly place in the gaming category is much more likely to reach actual gamers than one that's accidentally miscategorized under, say, pets and animals.
Right. Seems obvious, but easy to overlook.
It is easy to overlook, so just taking that extra second to select the most relevant category helps YouTube connect your content with the viewers who are most likely to appreciate it. And that significantly improves discoverability and potential engagement down the line. Don't skip this small but impactful step during upload, hashtag 5.5, leveraging SEO and metadata beyond the title.
Okay, so beyond just the title and the thumbnail, we need to remember, YouTube is a massive search engine just as much as it is a video platform, maybe even more so. So getting your search engine optimization, your SEO, and all that other metadata right for shorts seems vital for long-term discoverability. Especially, like you mentioned, since these quick clips can even pop up in Google search results now, too. It feels like there are a lot of these small levers here that when you pull them all together can make a really big difference over time.
You're absolutely right. It's all about compounding those small advantages. Effective SEO for shorts involves a pretty comprehensive approach to all your metadata, extending well beyond just the title. First, Keyword research is fundamental. You need to use accurate, concise language that people are actually using when they search for content like yours. Tools like Google Keyword Planner, or even just typing potential searches into the YouTube search bar and seeing the suggestions, can help you identify these high-performing terms.
Find out what people are really searching for.
Exactly. Once you have your target keywords, you need to place them strategically. This includes using them in the file name of your video before you upload. E.g., comedy-data-jokes.mov is better than finalvideo01.mov. Put them naturally in your title, of course. And crucially, weave them into your description, especially within the first 1 or 2 lines. That's the part that's above the fold and immediately visible without clicking Show More.
Okay, file name, title, top of description. What about tags? People always talk about tags.
Right, tags. YouTube itself has stated pretty clearly that tags play a minimal role in video discovery for most content these days. They are primarily helpful if your main keyword, or maybe your channel name, is often misspelled. People might type it wrong, the tag can catch it. So while you can add a few relevant ones, definitely don't go overboard stuffing keywords into the tag section. YouTube's algorithm prioritizes natural language, and keyword stuffing is against their policies and can actually be seen as spammy.
So focus more on title and description than tags.
Generally, yes. Now, captions and transcripts are another powerful and often overlooked SEO element. We know many people watch shorts with the sound off, right? So having large, bold, easy-to-read on-screen captions burn into the video is essential for accessibility and basic engagement. But what's more, YouTube's backend system is quite intelligent. It actually listens to your video by processing the automatic captions it generates, or the ones you upload. The actual words spoken in your short can directly influence its search discoverability.
Wow, so it reads the captions.
It effectively does, yes. It understands the content through the text. Uploading your own accurate SRT file, a caption file, can even give you a slight SEO boost by providing crystal clear, text-based signals to the algorithm about your video's topic. Your description should succinctly summarize what the short is about, again, with any crucial keywords naturally integrated, especially in that first line. Include relevant hashtags, but avoid hashtag overkill. 2 to 4 relevant tags are usually plenty. Too many can look spammy. The first 3 hashtags in your description often get highlighted above the title, so choose those wisely. Also use the description to add any necessary credits or references. Finally, the uploading process itself matters. Whether you do it via YouTube's desktop site, the mobile app, or using third-party scheduling tools like Hootsuite, always make sure you choose public visibility for maximum reach. This ensures the algorithm can distribute your short widely. By diligently optimizing all these metadata components, file name, title, description, captions, category, hashtags, you're providing YouTube's algorithm with all the necessary signals to truly understand your content and effectively distribute it to the most interested viewers. Not just for today, but potentially for weeks and months to come.
Okay, so it's really about giving the algorithm as many helpful signposts as possible, but always keeping it natural and focused on the user experience. That makes perfect sense for building that long-term discoverability. Okay, making great shorts is one thing, but creating successful YouTube shorts, especially long-term, requires more than just chasing views or that elusive viral moment. You really need a solid plan to turn those views, that attention, into reliable income. It's about building a sustainable business around your short-form content, right? Not just hoping for a one-hit wonder. So how do creators actually make money from shorts?
That's absolutely the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe more accurately, the multiple income stream question. Because diversification is key. Your first step towards earning money directly from shorts views is often through the YouTube Partner Program, or YPP as it's usually called. Once you meet the eligibility requirements and get accepted into the program, you'll start receiving a share of the ad revenue generated from advertisements that are shown between shorts in the shorts feed.
The ads that play as you swipe.
Exactly. It's important to note a couple of distinctions here, though. While the watch time accumulated from shorts does not count towards the threshold for monetizing your longer videos, the shorts views can qualify you for this specific shorts ad revenue sharing pool. And critically, any subscribers you gain from people discovering you through shorts do count toward your overall channel eligibility for the main YPP. That's a massive incentive to use shorts for growth. This ad share provides a baseline income for many creators.
Okay, so shorts ads pay, and shorts subs help you qualify for everything. Good to know. But that's probably not enough on its own for most people.
Usually not, no. Which is why diversifying your income beyond just the YPP ad share is absolutely crucial for long-term stability. Brand partnerships offer another excellent avenue. This could be through dedicated sponsored shorts where the whole video is about a product, or maybe more subtle, natural product mentions within your regular content. The key here, always, is choosing partnerships that genuinely fit your content style and your audience's interests. And, of course, being transparent with your viewers about sponsored content. Authenticity really wins trust and maintains your relationship with your community.
Right, got to keep it real.
Absolutely. Creating your own merchandise can add another valuable income stream while at the same time helping to build your brand identity. For example, a popular gaming short creator might sell custom controller skins, or maybe t-shirts featuring their signature catchphrase. And don't forget cross-platform promotion. Sharing your shorts strategically on other platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, maybe even Pinterest or Twitter can be an effective way to attract new viewers back to your main YouTube channel. This wider exposure typically leads to more views, more subscribers across the board, and ultimately more revenue potential across all your income streams. It's about building a web of content and presence.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Leverage shorts everywhere.
Intelligently, yes. And just quickly, for brands and advertisers looking to use shorts, they are now integrated into YouTube's main ad products like the demand gen campaigns and the premium YouTube Select lineups. While the short Select reservation buys are mainly for those with major budgets, most advertisers should probably focus on auction-based campaigns with well-defined targeted audience parameters, utilizing YouTube's multi-format ad system, which can deploy ads across various placements simultaneously. This allows for strategic ad placement to maximize reach and engagement for specific marketing goals. So shorts are becoming a core part of the advertising mix too. It's a complex ecosystem, but the opportunities for creators and brands are definitely diverse. Hashtag 6.2, growing your community through shorts.
Okay, so beyond just the numbers and the money, creating a truly loyal, engaged YouTube following requires more than simply posting entertaining shorts one after another. It really takes thoughtful planning and consistent engagement to turn those, casual drive-by viewers into active community members, people who keep coming back for more, who comment, who share, who actually care. How do you actually build that kind of community using shorts?
You're absolutely right. Views are just the starting point. Real community isn't built on views alone. The foundation of genuine community growth really lies in satiety. Understanding your audience through analytics. You have to dive deep into your YouTube analytics. Look closely at metrics like average view duration for your shorts. Study those audience retention graphs where are people dropping off. Look at engagement rates, likes, comments, shares per view. For example, if you consistently notice that viewers tend to bail out after, say, 15 seconds in most of your shorts, that's a really clear signal. It tells you you might need to restructure your hooks, maybe tighten up your pacing in that early section to maintain their interests better. These insights are invaluable for refining your content strategy and speaking directly to what your audience actually wants or responds to.
Use the data to figure out what's working and what's not.
Precisely. Once you start understanding what resonates, you can then begin identifying resonating content and adapting your strategy. Lean into those elements that are clearly successful. If a certain type of humor or topic consistently gets high retention and engagement, do more of that. But also, always be thoughtfully testing new approaches. Don't just stick to one formula forever. If maybe some behind-the-scenes, more casual content performs surprisingly well, try incorporating more authentic, less polished moments into your shorts. But also, don't be afraid to experiment with totally fresh ideas. You might just discover an untapped interest within your audience or find a new content format that truly excites them and brings in new people. True community building also happens through direct interaction. It's about building connections through interaction.
Actually talking to people.
Yes. Take the time to respond thoughtfully to comments. Even a simple heart emoji or a quick thanks can make a difference and show people you're reading and you care. Try addressing questions people ask in the comments directly in your future shorts. Maybe even do a dedicated Q&A short answering common questions. Incorporate viewer suggestions into your content calendar when it makes sense. Hosting live Q&A sessions specifically for your shorts viewers, maybe on your channel's community tab, or even a quick live stream, can also help you better understand their interests and build much stronger connections. It shows your audience that you genuinely value their input, that you're listening.
Makes them feel part of it.
Exactly. And finally, it's really essential to measure genuine audience engagement. Look beyond just the raw view counts. Focus on more meaningful interactions like detailed, thoughtful comments, not just lol. Look at content shares. Track subscriber growth trends that seem directly tied to your shorts output. A viewer who takes the time to write a paragraph or shares your short with their friends is arguably much more valuable in the long run than someone who just passively viewed for 10 seconds and swiped on. Track how different types of content and different engagement strategies you try impact these key community metrics. Then you can continuously refine your approach to building that loyal following. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. Hashtag 6.3, strategic planning for long-term success.
So how do you make sure your short strategy isn't just, a flash in the pan, that it actually leads to sustained long-term growth for your channel and your community? What does that long-term strategic planning actually look like in this incredibly fast-paced world? Because consistency, quality, and adapting seem to be these recurring themes we keep coming back to.
You've highlighted the core pillars perfectly there. Yeah, for sustained growth with shorts, several strategic elements are absolutely key. First, consistency is paramount. You need to post as consistently as you realistically can without sacrificing quality. Find a cadence that works for you. Many successful shorts channels post daily, or maybe a few times a week. Some creators have reported that it can take dozens, maybe even hundreds, of shorts uploads to really find their groove, find what works for their audience. That emphasizes persistence and learning through iteration.
So keep at it, learn as you go.
Exactly. You don't necessarily need hundreds to succeed, but a sustained, predictable schedule is crucial for beating audience expectations and giving the algorithm consistent data to work with. Next, really embrace audience testing techniques. Don't be afraid to systematically try different content styles. Experiment with the different posting times, though timing seems less critical for shorts discovery than consistency. And even test various thumbnail designs for those non-feed discovery points. Use your analytics relentlessly to see which videos resonate most with your target viewers. Let the data guide your evolution. And a practical tip. If you have multiple shorts ready to go, spacing uploads is generally wise. Don't just dunk them all at once. Schedule them at least several hours apart, or even better, on different days. YouTube's Shorts feed generally won't show two of your videos back-to-back to the same viewer anyway. Give them space to breathe.
Don't flood the feed.
Right. To manage this efficiently, utilize scheduling tools. YouTube allows you to schedule uploads directly within the platform. Many third-party social media management tools like Hootsuite also support short scheduling. This helps you maintain that consistent cadence without needing to manually upload every single time. For future-proofing your strategy, you absolutely must stay nimble as the platform inevitably grows and changes. Actively monitor changes. Adjust your approach accordingly. For example, keep a close eye on YouTube's official creator announcements regarding updates to features, or changes to the maximum video length for shorts, or new monetization rules. It's all about adapting, not rigidly sticking to an outdated plan from 6 months ago.
Stay informed.
Stay informed. This also means staying ahead of emerging trends. Watch what catches fire across different short video platforms, TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever comes next. Pay attention to popular editing styles, trending music, new meme formats, not necessarily to copy them directly, but to spark fresh ideas and figure out how you can adapt those trends authentically for your own content and your specific audience. Critically, always remember the long-tail discoverability potential of shorts. Unlike some super ephemeral content on other platforms, shorts can have significant staying power. They can surface in YouTube search results and even Google search results weeks or months down the line if they're properly optimized with good titles, descriptions, and captions.
So they don't just disappear after a day.
Not necessarily, no. Organize them into relevant playlists on your channel like quick tech tips or comedy sketches. Link to longer, related content in your pinned comments or descriptions to provide more value and context. Try to pepper in some evergreen content stuff that isn't tied to a specific date or fleeting trend, as this is more likely to have that long-tail search potential. Google now often shows YouTube Shorts directly in its main search results for relevant queries, giving them extended life beyond the feed. And finally, cross-platform repurposing can be highly effective, but do it wisely. Share your content on other platforms to expand reach, sure, but explicitly avoid just reposting a video that still has another platform's watermark, like the TikTok logo. The YouTube Shorts algorithm may view this as low effort and potentially mark it down. Always use your original raw footage to post natively on each platform. Treat each platform as deserving of original content optimized for its specific audience and algorithm. It's about intelligent syndication, not lazy reposting.
Okay, before we wrap up the how-to section and dive into maybe some specific creator workflows, let's tackle some of those pervasive myths that can really trip creators up when it comes to the YouTube algorithm and especially shorts. These misconceptions seem to lead to so much misguided strategy and, honestly, a lot of unnecessary frustration for creators. It feels like it's time for some serious myth-busting.
You're absolutely right. These myths are incredibly widespread and they can be really damaging. It's important to address them directly, often using insights that come straight from YouTube's own Creator Insider channel or their growth team communications. Let's bust a few. Okay, myth one. The algorithm inherently favors big channels, so small creators just can't get views.
Yeah, I hear that one all the time.
Fact. This is probably one of the biggest misconceptions out there. YouTube's algorithm does not inherently favor channel size. It focuses almost entirely on each video's individual performance and how well it resonates with viewer interest. A genuinely great high-retention short from a channel with only 10 subscribers can absolutely outperform a mediocre short from a channel with 1 million subscribers if viewers engage more strongly with it. You are not penalized simply for being small. Your content just has to find an audience, however small that initial test group might be. Myth 2. If one of my videos flops, my channel is now dead, or I've been shadow banned.
Oh, the dreaded shadow ban theory.
Fact. Mercifully, no. One poor performing video will not ruin your channel's standing. YouTube doesn't shadow ban channels just because you uploaded a dud. The algorithm largely resets its assessment on a per video basis. If your last video didn't do well, but your next video is exceptional and viewers love it, YouTube wants to recognize that and give that new, great video a chance to succeed. So don't let one flop discourage you from trying again. Experimentation is key.
Okay, that's a huge relief for anyone feeling discouraged after a video didn't take off. It's not a permanent black mark on your record.
Exactly, which leads to myth 3. You absolutely must upload constantly, like every single day, or the algorithm will stop showing your content. Fact. Consistency is generally good for building an audience and keeping them engaged, yes. But taking breaks is absolutely okay. You won't be punished by the algorithm for taking a week off or even longer. The algorithm's goal is always to serve viewers content they want to watch. If your video appeals to an audience, it'll likely get shown whether you posted it yesterday or a month ago, assuming it still performs well when tested. The algorithm simply won't have new content from you to distribute if you take a break, but your existing successful content can definitely still perform and gain views. Quality and resonance matter more than sheer frequency. Myth 4. Shorts are totally random. It's basically all luck if you go viral. Fact. While it can certainly feel random sometimes, especially when something unexpected takes off, it's far from being pure luck. Shorts that go truly viral almost always have exceptionally strong hooks, incredibly high watch duration percentages, and high retention rates. They earn that virality by genuinely pleasing viewers and keeping them watching. You can significantly improve your luck by consistently applying the best practices we've discussed: strong hooks, dynamic pacing, delivering value, crafting engaging content. It's about making lucky happen more often.
Making your own luck through good technique.
Pretty much. Myth 5. Stuffing tags and descriptions with tons of keywords will make my video rank higher. Fact. We touched on this, but it bears repeating. While relevant metadata helps, quality and relevance always triumph over brute force keyword stuffing. As YouTube has stated, tags have minimal impact beyond maybe catching common misspellings. And overloading descriptions with repetitive keywords is actually against YouTube's policies and can be seen as spam, which could potentially penalize your content. Focus on natural language and clear descriptions. Myth 6. You should always ask viewers to like and subscribe in every single short to boost engagement metrics. A fact. Calls to action, or CTAs, have to be used incredibly carefully and strategically in shorts. Spending even 5 or 10 precious seconds of your 60-second short on a smash that like button and subscribe spiel can actually hurt more than help by reducing your crucial watch time percentage. People swipe away. Subtle CTAs right at the very end or using pinned comments are generally better approaches. Sometimes the best CTA is no explicit CTA at all, letting the compelling content itself prompt natural engagement. Let the content do the talking.
Exactly. Myth 7. The first few hours or the first 24 hours determine everything about a short's success. If it doesn't pop then, it's dead. Fact. Initial performance is important, yes. YouTube does an initial push to test the waters, but it is absolutely not the final verdict on a short's potential. As we discussed, shorts can and often do take off weeks or even months after being posted. The algorithm continues to test and surface content over a much longer period if it shows positive signals. Give your shorts time to find their audience. Don't judge them too quickly. Myth 8. More uploads automatically equals more views. Quantity over quality is the way. Fact. While increasing your volume of uploads can increase your chances of finding a winning formula or hitting on a trend, quality is still the ultimate deciding factor for sustained success. A single truly great high-retention short can easily outperform 50 mediocre, low-effort ones. Use quantity strategically maybe to learn faster, to iterate on ideas, to test different formats, but always aim to improve the quality with those learnings. Just spamming low-effort shorts often leads to diminishing returns and audience fatigue. Quality wins in the end.
It really does. And finally, myth 9. Editing or re-uploading videos resets their performance, or maybe it's penalized by the algorithm. Fact. YouTube doesn't mind if you edit a video after it's been uploaded, things like changing the title, description, or even the thumbnail. In fact, optimizing these elements can often be beneficial. Re-uploading a significantly improved version of a short is also generally fine, though you should probably remove the old one to avoid having two identical copies public, which might confuse viewers or split views. The key is to focus on genuine improvements that enhance the viewer experience, rather than trying to somehow game the system by constantly re-uploading. So, the overarching truth, the thing that YouTube itself repeatedly emphasizes through its creator liaisons, is really simple. The algorithm follows the audience. It's meticulously designed to try and serve viewers what they enjoy watching. So instead of chasing elusive algorithm quirks or worrying about unproven tactics and myths, chase viewer satisfaction. Make videos that people genuinely enjoy watching all the way through. That is the most reliable and surest path to sustained success on YouTube Shorts.
Those Mythbusters are so helpful. They really put things into perspective and just reinforce that core user-first philosophy again and again. So, okay, how do actual creators, the ones really succeeding with shorts, put all this theory into practice efficiently? Especially when they need to produce content consistently to stand out and feed that algorithm. Let's maybe look at a secret sauce workflow that successful creators often employ, because it sounds like it's not just about having creative genius, but also having really smart processes and maybe using the right tools, right?
Absolutely. It's almost always a marriage of creativity and efficient process. You need both to thrive, especially with the demands of short-form content. To illustrate how all these principles can come together in practice, let's examine a common tool stack and workflow based on insights from successful creators like AJ mentioned in the sources, who thrives in that music satire and meme niche. This shows how leveraging specific types of tools can dramatically boost both efficiency and quality. At the core of his initial ideation phase, for example, is AI scriptwriting using large language models.
Using AI for scripts.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, creators like AJ often use advanced AI assistants like maybe GPT-4 or specialized tools like Subscribe AI's Hook Generator or Outline Builder to help brainstorm and draft initial scripts. This provides a huge head start. It essentially helps eliminate writer's block and allows for a really fast flow of ideas. He can quickly generate rough script outlines, punchy one-liners, maybe multiple options for hooks based on a core idea. Then he can layer his own personal comedic flair on top, refining and trimming it to fit that tight 60-second format. This AI assist is how many creators maintain the rapid production pace needed for consistent shorts output without completely burning out creatively. Next, for voiceovers, he often uses automated text-to-speech (TTS) engines.
Like the voice we're preparing this for?
Exactly. Instead of recording his own voice for every single short, he leverages high-quality TTS engines. This allows him to instantly narrate his scripts. He can choose from various voice styles, male, female, different accents, comedic tones, sarcastic reads to perfectly match the skit's vibe. Modern TTS can be incredibly realistic, as you know. This approach saves significant recording time, ensures consistent, clear audio quality, and it even helps maintain privacy for creators who prefer to run faceless channels. Then, a really powerful component for rapid video assembly is using video automation software. AJ, for example, uses command line tools like FFmpeg, which is quite technical, but there are also more user-friendly visual automation platforms emerging. These tools handle the repetitive, time-consuming editing tasks.
What kind of tasks can they automate?
Things like automatically generating and syncing captions or subtitles directly onto the video. Programmatically cutting together images or short clips aligned precisely with audio cues or music beats, often using predefined templates. Handling all the technical formatting like resizing to 9.16, cropping, maybe adding a background blur for the vertical format. It can even normalize audio levels across clips and add standard intro or outro bumpers automatically. This dramatically speeds up production. It allows creators to essentially create new, polished videos just by plugging in new assets, images, text, audio clips, and letting the automation software render it, rather than manually editing every single cut from scratch every time. It ensures consistency and a professional polish with just a few commands or clicks.
Wow, that's like having an editing assistant.
Pretty much, yeah. Then, for discoverability and that professional presentation, high-quality thumbnail creation remains crucial, even for shorts. Remember, they matter for channel pages, search results, embeds. AJ combines graphic design software, maybe Canva for ease of use, or Photoshop GIMP for more control sometimes, even with AI image generation tools like Midjourney or DALL-E to create unique, eye-catching meme images or backgrounds for his thumbnails. His workflow likely includes preset styles or templates to maintain a consistent AJ brand look, focusing on vibrant colors, bold, readable fonts, and distinctive imagery that converts those casual browsers into viewers when they encounter the short outside the main feed. And finally, underpinning all of this is his metadata and optimization toolkit. This isn't one single tool, but a set of practices and resources. It involves using specialized keyword research tools, like TubeBuddy or vidIQ perhaps, to identify high-performing tags for misspellings and trending topics relevant to his niche. He probably follows a simple SEO checklist for every single upload: main keyword in the title and description, relevant hashtags, correct category selected, subtitles CC enabled. He also relies heavily on a custom analytics dashboard setup, maybe within YouTube Analytics itself, or exporting data to meticulously track his shorts' performance metrics over time, actively spotting patterns. For example, maybe he notices shorts with parody in the title got 20% more views on average last month. That insight feeds back into his strategy. Integrated social media sharing tools might also be used for automatic or easy sharing to other platforms, helping to drive that initial external traffic boost right after uploading.
That's incredible. It really is a full streamlined pipeline then. Starting from the initial idea, moving through AI-assisted scripting, TTS voiceover, automated video assembly, creating that crucial thumbnail, right up to publishing with optimized metadata and then diligent analysis. Efficiency and quality seem built into each step, and this allows creators like AJ to actually focus their precious time and energy on the creative aspects, on being genuinely funny or insightful, on crafting those scroll-stopping hooks while the technical heavy lifting is completely streamlined. That allows for that consistent, high-quality output that seems absolutely required for sustained success on YouTube Shorts. It's a fantastic blueprint for anyone serious about this. #outro. Wow, what an incredible deep dive today. We've really peeled back the layers on the just immense opportunity that YouTube Shorts presents for creators and viewers alike. We've delved into the nuanced understanding of both the core YouTube algorithm and the specific, slightly different Shorts algorithm. And we've truly highlighted the critical importance of crafting captivating content, especially nailing that scroll-stopping hook in the first few seconds. We've also explored the power of strategic technical optimization, getting those dimensions and metadata right, plus intelligent community building, and even busted some of those pervasive myths, all in the service of long-term sustainable growth.
Indeed. And this whole deep dive, looking at how meticulously the algorithm tries to understand and cater to viewer satisfaction, it really raises an important, maybe even philosophical question for all creators moving forward. If YouTube's algorithm is so relentlessly designed to follow the audience, to deliver exactly what they seem to want, adapting to every flicker of their behavior and satisfaction signals, what does that ultimately mean for the future of creator authenticity versus just adhering strictly to these algorithmic playbooks? Do creators risk becoming too optimized, maybe too formulaic, in pursuit of the algorithm's favor? Or is true, genuine authenticity actually the most effective way to truly satisfy the audience, and thus the algorithm, in the long run? It's a really fascinating balance they have to strike.
That is a profound thought to ponder as you navigate this space. A real tension there. So as you step into, or maybe deeper into, the dynamic world of YouTube Shorts, remember this. The goal isn't just to make content. It's really to create an experience, an unforgettable, satisfying experience that keeps you, the viewer, happy, engaged, and coming back for more. Think about those milliseconds. Think about those emotional connections you can forge, and think about that ultimate payoff you're delivering in under a minute. What new ways will you find to delight your audience and truly stand out in this ongoing short-form revolution? We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.